Look at what we have. That is a full bottle out of her. You stay distracted. Oopsie. Mama, you're huge. Can you deal with this? Can you do the work so I don't have to? Look at what we have. Another 3. Good mama. What do we got down here? Good morning, you're fresh. You guys, it's 4 a.m. That's a big lammy, mama. You marked for 2. Oh, that's big. You got more coming? I don't know. Hi. Good morning, guys. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited that we have lambs. I'm a little disappointed that it's 4 a.m., which means my feeding schedule isn't working. I'm really kind of sad. I have religiously stuck to 11 a.m. for starting to feed. This pen always gets fed last, so it's probably fed around noon or 11:30. And my friend Belinda was feeding at she said every day between 1 and 2. So we were gonna compare to see, but she feeds up, she sweeps up at night late. So I don't know, I'm disappointed that I haven't figured this out. Okay, I'm gonna move these lambs into my pens and see what we got going here. Hello. So Mama has really big teats. They're going the right way, so this lamb should be okay, but it is pretty large. I'm gonna actually take out some of her colostrum and use that to feed these 4 new lambs instead of having to make some because she's got a ton of milk. Okay. Whoa. That is a full bottle out of her. So that was a wise decision. I want to show you her teats, just getting that milk out, what that looks like now. So just letting that milk off. Now her teats are a good size for her lamb. See that? That's way nicer for that lamb to get on. She's just engorged. But yeah, that'll do. Good mama. She is marked for 2. I'm gonna give this guy a little bit of milk. And I'm gonna give those 3 a little sipperoni. And then I'm probably gonna check her for another one. Does that sound like a deal? So pretty. Hi, goat. Oh, nice milk, mommy. Oh, wow. So this girl's milk is way thicker. You see that? It's almost like gel. It's so thick. Look at that. Crazy. So I will, I'll just gonna top them up. Good girl, Mom. These are huge. Huge little triplets. All right, you guys. We'll check you in an hour or so, okay? Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got 3 girls. 3 girls. How are you guys doing? I didn't mean to ignore you. Pretty good. What? Okay, Lucy, the rules are, if you come out here, you need to shush. Okay, I'm just gonna check Mama for another lamb. Hello, you. Here, you stay distracted. You just stay distracted. Probably not a good sign if I can't even get my hand in there. Yeah, I think we're done. Sorry. So she was marked for 2, but I couldn't feel anything. I could barely even get my arm in her, so she's already starting to kind of clamp up. And this lamb is huge. Now everyone's going to tell me, well, why aren't you fostering one of those ones onto her? What I find with fostering on my farm, and I mean, there's so many people that are successful at it. I suck at it. I've had a few surprising successes, but for the most part, I find, number one, if the mom is close to her baby, like this, they're gonna talk back and forth, and the baby's gonna be distracted. Number two, if they are too full, like they wouldn't even take a bottle barely. So the lamb has to do 50% of the work. Like they have to really fight, especially when mom knows it's not their baby. And the number 3 thing is it's still really, really wet with mom's fluids. I would have to wash the lamb, which means if this mom doesn't take it, I've washed all the fluids off mom, the original mom, so I can't even put it back with her. And this mom doesn't have any afterbirth, like barely anything at all to actually get that square footage covered. So what I would typically do is take some cleanings off of mom and really, really wipe it on that lamb, and she just doesn't have any. So yes, I could foster a triplet onto a single. Like I dream of a day like this where they lamb at the exact same time, but I just don't think this, my gut is saying the stars aren't aligning. And I have to get that machine going anyway because I have a set of triplets here and a set of triplets there. It's too late for the older ones because they're already, I think they're already darn near 3 weeks old. We're not giving them much every day, so that's, I would foster, but just the stars are not aligning, so I'm not going to. All right, I'm gonna get these 2 dogs out of here. Just got back from some breakfast and everything appears to be all good in the hood. So one thing about feeding later in the morning, they're not crazy hungry first thing when we're out here, and it makes for just a really nice quiet time to observe and
be one with my thoughts,
which is never a good thing. Anyway, my triplets are doing good. They're all laying down and dried off and look content. Typically if I'm wondering if a lamb hasn't drank or not, they're loud, and that's a pretty good indication. But Chris has been here and topped everybody off. I think she's just across the road doing chores over there. Oh, I think I left Lucy in the... Did I leave her in here? Oopsie! What do we got going on here? We're gonna have a baby. Yeah, you. Look at her. Oh my goodness, Mama. You're huge. Are you seeing this? Whoa. Whoa. Okay guys, I'm getting gloved up. I've given her at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and she hasn't progressed. She hasn't even laid down to push, which I could probably leave her still, but I'm going to do an internal just to make sure we don't have a roadblock, which means like a backwards lamb or or one that's just not positioned right. So, excuse me, lady. Where you go? What we got going on? He's a feisty lamb, Mama. Hello, goat. That's your baby. Gonna help me out here? Yeah, I don't have it out yet. You know what? I'm gonna let you work away, maybe. I feel like you can do it. You just haven't started pushing yet. I'm gonna let you progress on your own. Okay, I have made the decision to let her work a little bit. She really isn't contracting, even with my hand in there. She's just dilated now. So, and she's starting to be a little more vocal. And the lamb is really active. So I'm not concerned that the lamb is in distress. But I think she needs to work. She needs to work a little harder. I don't want to reef it out and get it halfway out and get it stuck. So I'm gonna let her work away a bit, maybe half an hour. I'm gonna make a phone call. So can you deal with this? Can you do the work so I don't have to? The lamb is presenting perfectly, so I don't think physics is an issue here. I think it's someone's being a bit stubborn. She wants it to stay inside. So I'm gonna let her work for a bit and I'll come back. Okay, I've seen her down a couple times and I have a Zoom meeting in 10 minutes, of course. So I'm going to attempt to see if I can get these lambs out again, because I don't want to go on the meeting and have her in trouble. I'm gonna get some lube. I might have to take off my gloves. Okay, I'm back with some lube. It's literally right there waiting to come out, Mama. Don't know what the problem is. Okay, let's try that. Good old lube. Just needed a little lube. That's a girl. Yeah, we just needed a little lube. Here you go, Mama. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, so nice. There you go. So supposedly you got, yep, you got another one right behind. What a big one, holy moly. Mama. Yeah, this one was, she's been in labor since like 10:30. Yeah. Well, kind of labor, like showing. Come on, Mama. That's it. That's it. There you go. Got him. Good mommy, boy. Boy, 2 boys. Yeah. Whew. And you were marked right. Yay! Oh, goodness gracious. You good? Yeah, you're good. Yep. 2 babies. Pretty babies. Milk. And milk. You're good. You good? Late for a meeting? Good mommy. That is it. All right. You guys look good. Well, I missed my Zoom meeting. I actually got on 6 minutes late, and they were like, well, good news, Sandy. Quickest Zoom meeting we've ever had. So anyways, I came out. These lambs are doing really, really well. They've been up and drinking. I tried to top them up with a little bit of colostrum. I have been trying to do this with every lamb this time just to make sure they've got some. Now I was in the house for half an hour just answering some emails. And they were already up and on her, but I topped them up anyway. One took a wee little bit, the other one wouldn't even barely take the bottle. So I think they're okay. I see the one has a little milk mustache. So, and they're quiet. So we are gonna let them be. I have my milk machine all set up. I'm gonna show you that in a sec. And I tried to top off my 3 little black lambs, and they wouldn't drink either. So they are getting some food. One of these triplets drinks really well, so it'll probably be the one that we pull eventually, but not until we have enough to get on that machine. So hoping we have some more babies today. There's a few that look really close, but not bad for today. We've had 3, 4, 5, 6 lambs, 3 ewes, which is solid 2, which is good. Good math, guys. So I have all my hoses connected into the warm room. I have a little access port right there. So that's all connected. I have my 220 plug. Hose is all connected to that too. I've got all my nipples ready to rock and roll. One there, one here. They may need adjusted. It always kind of needs adjusted based on where this litter is, which it's right to the ground basically. And then I've got my machine all hooked up. So I got all the hoses on. I just put on kind of nipples that don't leak at the bottom, and I have the hoses there. And then I'll just interchange them with longer hoses as we have to add more. Each hose does 15 lambs. So I mean, I'm going to need a lot of lambs to actually overload this machine. And there's only like 100 in this group, so I don't think we're going to overload it. I've got a light for when it gets cold at night. Got all my extra hoses kind of all neatly kind of stored here for now. And I actually put a skid here, and all my milker plates are really close to the machine. How I've kind of laid this out is the line that is closest to the machine will be that far pen there. So they will start there. That is the starter pen. They get started on the nipple. They don't have, the milk doesn't need to get sucked as hard to get out to the lamb. So I always kind of put the lambs, when they're starting out, I put them on the shortest line, if that makes sense. And as they graduate, they'll go to this one, a little longer line. And then I'll just keep making this pen bigger and dumping them over to this pen. The only reason I didn't put these guys in here, number one, there wasn't enough. Number two, they're gonna be way too old for the rest of these lambs to compete. They'd get bullied out, and they're gonna get weaned too quick. So yeah, so these are reserved for all the ones that are actually in the planned breeding group, not these ones. So I'll be stuck feeding a bottle for a little bit longer in there. I might even move that whole group into their own pen. I am a little concerned on coccidiosis. As I've talked to my vet, is the fact that I always keep my lambing groups tight. So if you notice, I will get about halfway through a group, or I'll get like a week of hardcore lambs. So if I get, say, 50 lambs in 1 week, I'll probably shut the pen off at that point and start a new pen for the following week. And that is to keep their ages close, because what can happen is if you've got a lambing group about like a 4-week period of lambs, I don't want a 4-week-old lamb with a newborn, because that 4-week-old lamb is shedding things in their manure. They're picking stuff up, they're building immunity, and they shed stuff that the little ones have no immunity to fight. Coccidiosis is one of those things. So these guys are already, like, they were born the last week of February. We're into, we're getting into the middle, we are into the middle of March. They're already well established, well ahead, and they're gonna be starting to shed stuff because they've been building immunity. So what I might do is just wrap them around, put them behind this bottle pen, just take up a little bit of this room. I really want them by a water bowl. I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm still gonna have to pail water, which really sucks. But you guys, I have another meeting in like half an hour, and I swear I heard a lamb. So I'm just quickly doing a bottle feed and checking. I think there's 2. Hello. Hello, big mama. Good mommy, you still look like you got more in you. Well, hello, welcome. Always when I have a meeting. I literally have had no meetings, no calls for like weeks. And the first day they start lambing, I've had 3 potential ones today. Missed the one. Didn't go on the other because I knew I'd be busy, and I have like a sheep meeting tonight that I've already texted in my chair, and I'm like, I might be late. That one's really small. Wow. Okay, we are gonna move them into a pen. Mom should be okay. She looks like an old hat. She's a 2016 ewe. She might not be done though. You're marked for more. She's marked on the bum, which means more than 2. And she's still kind of looking sus. You're looking sus. Well, hello. Goodness gracious. Hi, guys. Turns out I'm glad I had a late meeting. It's 10 o'clock and we have a little night surprise. I think it was her. Yeah, it's her. That's a good girl. Looks like she's supposed to have another one. Yeah, I had a kind of a long meeting with some really good presentations, so I was really glad I was able to do it. But yeah, it's late. I'm gonna bed up this pen and I'm gonna put her in a pen, check for another lamb, and go to bed. I'm tired. I'll see you guys in the morning. Take care.